And I think that's going to help. All right, I am live and I think this is going to help. I was looking at the time and it got so close to 8:30. Well, this is my very first time being live here on YouTube, and thank you all. If this is your first time that you are ever catching me live, my name is Natasha Pierre, and I am a mental health educator, a mindset coach. I'm an emotional intelligence coach, and a host of other things that you're going to find out as you hang with me on this channel. Thank you for being with me tonight. What do I do and who do I work with? I work a lot with women. I work a lot with women who need to achieve clarity in their life, who need to address some blind spots personally and professionally that might be holding them back. And I work with them to create a blueprint, a roadmap, a strategy for getting them to lives that they love both personally and professionally. So that's what I do. And tonight you are actually watching and witnessing a stretch exercise. And for the rest of this week, I'll be live on YouTube at 8:30. I'm on Facebook at 8, YouTube at 8:30. After this, I go to Instagram at 9 and then TikTok at 9:30. I am in the midst of a stretch exercise. I am forcing myself to be live on camera once again because I haven't done that in a very long time. And, you know, if you've watched any of my previous videos, one of the things that I say quite often is that when I'm not doing well emotionally, mentally, I refuse to pour from a tainted vessel. Hi, peace. So I am here and I'm excited because I feel good. And that's what tonight is all about. Tonight's topic is embracing authenticity, the power in being you. Embracing authenticity, the power in being you. This is a topic that is so dear to my heart because I'm living it right now. I eat my own cooking. There is nothing that I share or give or teach or coach or consult on that I have not actually lived. So tonight, you're watching me embrace my authenticity, me recognizing the power in being me, being Natasha. And my hope is that by the end of this 15 minutes, I would have empowered you, I would have inspired you, I would have awakened something within you that inspires you, encourages you, places an urgency upon you to be exactly who you were created to be for this point in history. I did share that every night there's going to be a giveaway. Tonight's giveaway is going to be a 30-minute session with me that you can use for personal or professional development. I am a certified professional life coach as well as a certified personal life coach and a whole bunch of other certifications. But you get 30 minutes with me, but you've got to stay until the end to find out exactly what the criteria or the eligibility is for being eligible to win that giveaway. You know, in all of my years of coaching and consulting, very seldom, if ever, have I encountered a client who needed some earth shattering information, something that was rocket science, groundbreaking, it required physics and calculus. Very seldom do people need that because there's Google. Google is free. It's not that people need information. What many of my clients, most of my clients need, first of all, is permission to be themselves. They need an outside voice to say, you have permission to be you. You have permission to be exactly and to live exactly as you feel led to be. You have permission to do that. And it sounds strange, like someone needs permission to be themselves. Yeah, especially because we live in a world where we are bombarded constantly, social media, commercials, with everything that tells us that we need to change things about ourselves. We need to change our hair. There's a certain shampoo to use. There's a certain fragrance that we need to wear. We should live a certain place. We should drive a certain thing. We're constantly bombarded with those things. So many people just need permission to know whatever you feel you is and you are and how you should be, do that. And it's okay. Another thing that people need is just the affirmation that their life is valid, that their opinions are valid, that how they feel are valid, that what they're going through, their experiences are valid, and it's not part of this greater uh, uh, conspiracy or punishment because they've done something wrong. They just need to be affirmed that where they are and what they want to do with their life is okay. They need to be affirmed that writing that book, yes, write the book, start the business, create the bakery. They need to be affirmed and to have someone, an outside voice, say, yes, go ahead and do it without putting Lil in front of it. Now, you all know what, you've heard this before. There are people who are like, oh, yeah, how's that Lil business coming? How's that Lil book that you wrote? How's that Lil cake thing that you're doing? Many people just need to be affirmed that what they're doing is okay. And lastly, people just need support. They need support as they step out. You know, I speak very often about family, friends, and tribe. Your family are people that you share DNA with. You may have the same last name. You were raised in the same house. They love you. They get you for the most part, but they also remember what you did when you were in third grade. Then you've got your friends. Those are people that you have shared experiences with. You are in the same sorority or fraternity. You go to the same faith community. You're on the PTA together. Maybe you get your nails done in the same place. You golf together. You have shared experiences with them. But then there's your tribe. That's your inner circle. Those are the people who have access to the heart space. In my first book, it's around here somewhere, Provoking Thoughts, Volume 1. There's a quote in there that says, everyone can't have access because everyone can't handle access. And that's true. There's some people who cannot have access to your dreams, to your hopes, to your fears, to your vulnerabilities. They can't have access because they can't handle it. I've often said that I don't trust people who don't have a story, because if you hear my story, you think I'm extra. You'll think that I'm a drama queen. You'll think that, I just attract, misfortune and bad luck. If you've never been through grief, you'll think that, man, maybe she's not the person that I should be around. If you've never experienced some of the things that I've had to go through, you might look at me kind of side-eye. Sometimes people just need support. They need someone that can say, yeah, I hear you. I bet that was hard. And I admire you for all that you're going through. And I understand at my level of understanding, and I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Whatever support you need at this time, tell me, how can I support you? That's what a lot of people need. We don't need information. Google is free. Google has all the information that we need. But we do need a tribe. We do need people who can get us, who understand us fluently, who know how we feel, who know what we are thinking and feeling without speaking. I read something recently that said some of your best friends can hear you when you're silent. Powerful. And when it comes to our personal and our professional lives, we need people who are able to do that. I feel that while the rest of the world were going through their pivots in 2020, 2021, 2022, I was, for the most part, pretty, I guess, consistent. I was in the same industry. My pivots started in 2023. And I believe things come up to go out. Things come up when we can handle them. That if what I'm dealing with in my life right now came up in any previous year, I likely would not have been able to handle it. And so the last several months for me has been pivots, has been shifts, has been me coming face to face with me, has been me doing the work. I shared recently that I started trauma therapy because there are some things that talk therapy can't access and can't reach. So I'm doing the work, the hard work of trauma therapy, because here's what I know. If you have had prolonged exposure to people who didn't get you, who didn't understand you, who made you feel like you were too much or not enough, who made you feel like this version of you, that your place didn't have value, you aren't worthy, that wherever you were placed, wherever you showed up, didn't belong. Prolonged exposure to those type of people can leave you questioning your worth and your value. And that's what, unfortunately, I had been around. Been around people who didn't understand Natasha, who didn't get Natasha. And so where am I now? I am recognizing that Natasha is the only thing on the menu. And that's okay if I'm not your cup of tea. I'm not for everyone, and that's all right. I am a quadruple Aries. My settings are on or off. I bring fire and passion all the time. And for the clients that I have, they love that. They get it. They work with it. But if you're looking for a Kathy or a Cynthia or a Mary or a Diane, I'm not that person. Natasha is the only thing on the menu. And with each passing day, I'm getting more settled in my isness. I'm getting more settled in this is who I am. Take it, great. Leave it, great. But this is who I am. And it requires some work, because the longer you're exposed to people who have tried to convince you that who you are isn't enough, that who you are isn't good enough, the longer you're exposed to that, the longer sometimes you're going to have to take to get back to you, to recalibrate. Starting on Sunday, September 24th, that's coming up in 2 weeks, I'm going to begin the last 60-day stretch, the last 60-day group coaching cohort for this year. Because a lot of what I do and who I am and the way that I work is going to change in the new year. I'm pivoting. I'm doing things differently. So if you've ever wanted to work with me, personally or professionally, if you've wanted to work with me to crush limiting beliefs, to get over fears, to set some small goals, to start collecting those small wins, if you've wanted to know what equipment I use when I record and how I do my TikToks and how I create my copy for my breaking news segments from the kitchen, whatever it is, this is your time to work with me. Because coming in 2024, I'm going to be shifting significantly in the way that I work. I'm going to be live every night this week on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, because my goal is to get 60 women, and I think I'm going to allow some men too, 60 women to be in this cohort leading up to September 24th through November 23rd. We're going to be working together. There are things that have kept us stuck. There's some things that we have been holding on to, things that we have refused to move away from because it's comfortable. Listen, there is no part of the pivot, grow up, adulting journey that is all peaches and cream. Some of it requires work. Some of it requires stretching. Tonight is a stretch exercise for me because I have not wanted to be live, but I know that being live is beneficial for me and beneficial for you too. So I'm here and I'm doing it. I'm modeling exactly what I'm going to be asking you to do in that 60-day cohort. You're going to be working one-on-one with me, also working in some groups. You're going to be working on both your personal and professional development. And if there are specific areas that you want to work on, that you want to overcome, for me in this season, it's crushing all of the limiting beliefs, crushing everything that has held me back so that I enter 2024 armed and ready to go. I'm going to be shutting stuff down on November 23rd, taking all of December just for me to relax. So I invite you to do that. Tomorrow night, we're going to be talking about clarity, why it's so important, why clarity is necessary to attract the resources, the people, the things that you want for your life. Clarity is king. The universe is attracted to clarity. So we'll be talking about clarity tomorrow night. But here is your question for the giveaway. Tonight's giveaway is a 30-minute session with me that you can use for personal or professional development, I need you to email me, so you don't have to put it in the comments. Email me the answer to this question. What area of your life, what one area of your life are you still holding back on? What one area of your life are you still shrinking? Are you still playing small? What one area of your life are you still doing that, and why? You can send me an email at natashapierre.com. I'll make sure that my email address is in the description, but I want to know what that is. What area of your life are you still playing small? Are you still shrinking? Are you still hiding? Are you still stuffing into the closet because you still believe the lies that you've been told, that you're not good enough, or that it won't work, or that it's, not needed, or too many people are doing that? Answer that question, and I'll have a winner by tomorrow. Thank you for being here. I see. You all are awesome. I appreciate you all. I really, really do. Thank you for being here. I'll be back tomorrow night, 8:30. We're talking about clarity and why it's so important. I think if there's anything that my clients have needed is really to get clear about what they want personally and professionally. So I'll be heading over to Instagram at 9 and TikTok at 9:30. And until then, I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good evening.